Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to the 12th Christmas update from GWV. So here we go again, time to bring you another Christmas update. We're up to update number 12 now, and we're nearly halfway through Christmas updates. Can you believe that? I've got 25 penciled in, so when we get to update number 13, next update on Wednesday, then we will be at the halfway point. So I shall get on with our latest Christmas update for you in a second. Just say about the first video they say was our 7 AM upload. Got a tent of 14 down that will include all our great features coming up for you very shortly, and if that wasn't enough, tonight at 6 PM we will be releasing part 2 of the 13th and final Winter 2021-2022 update. That is ahead, of course, of Winter Forecast being released on Thursday. We'll be premiering that at 7 PM on Thursday evening. Exciting week to come. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to say thank you so much to Rich for the amazing Christmas Updates gift. Thank you so much, Richard, for the Christmas Updates gift. I love the Christmas Updates gift. Thank you so much, my friend. Very, very seasonal, very, very festive. Thank you so much for the gift. Right, so the storyline with the Christmas update so far is that generally been favouring a mild Christmas. We have had one or two that have come through but have been a little bit colder, but overall the trend very much as we reach halfway point or near halfway point, Christmas updates is for, or has been for, a mild Christmas, some exceptionally so. We'll see what CFS V2 and the GFS Extended have got to say about this Christmas right now. So let's move over to Weta and let's have a look then, shall we? So we go to CFS first of all. Just say again, but we're just using this for trends. We can't tell you what weather's going to be doing at 3 PM on Christmas afternoon. We're much too far away, from Christmas for that. So just looking at the overall trend of model within the early to mid December to late December period to early to mid January period, first half of winter really. That includes Christmas, of course. Right, okay, so here we go then. I'm going to the CFS V2 12Z. Again, we always try and use the same run over and over. It's run 4 times a day, so we could use any before, but we always pick 12Z for no particular reason. That's one historically we've used, but it should not make any difference, which run we use for the overall outcome. It's purely the way that the charts are coming through as we're doing the videos. Right, okay, so we're beginning on the 9th of December, and we're looking wet and windy here. Let's push through then and see what happens. So 10th, 11th, 12th, yes, very wet and windy, quite stormy. By 12th December, maybe starting to go a little bit colder. This low pressure moving through the Norway Sea towards Norway and turning wind into rather colder northerly direction. That's Monday the 13th of December. We're in a cold northerly then. So that will be bringing winter showers into north. I think it's only for quick cold snap, and then we're back into milder southwesterly winds again as we go through to Wednesday 15th December. So again, looking very Atlantic driven with this CFS V2 12Z run. Into the second half of December, this is 16th, high pressure then building to our south, low pressure being pushed away to the north, beginning to go a little bit drier down across more southern areas. Looking very mild here again as we get 17th of December, high pressure centred over Germany, low pressure up towards Greenland, Iceland, winds from southwest. That's a very mild wind direction, mainly dry in the south. Could be some rain up north. Heading up towards Christmas, that high pressure tries to build northwards, but not getting far enough north to bring anything particularly cold, just sitting again around the low countries, Germany there on the 20th of December. It might start to bring some cooler air in from the continent into the south. We could get some frost and fog with that, but meanwhile further north and west is looking pretty mild, wet and windy. That high pressure then being pushed away temporarily on the 21st December, but by 22nd it's coming back in again, building over top of the country. On and on it goes. This is 23rd December, even Christmas Eve looking mild again. Winds in from the southwest, high pressure from the south, low pressure is away to the north and west. That's Christmas Eve looking anti-cyclonic, mostly dry. Probably a lot of anti-cyclonic gloom with that, I would have thought. Very mild for the north. Could be a little bit cooler down south. If the skies are clear, then there could be some frost and fog. But fundamentally, this is a mild pattern again. So dry, mild, I would say, for this Christmas update. That's Christmas Day. High pressure again sitting around the country. Big high pressure, 1,040 millibars. Again, that brings a lot of dry weather with it. There might be frost and fog. More likely, I would have thought, anticyclonic gloom. It is a very mild pattern for Scotland with that southwest wind. Could be colder for England and Wales. you know, but it's still a warm ridge. We're not bringing in anything particularly cold from the north and the east in terms of the upper air temperatures. That would be a very mild area of high pressure in terms of an upper air temperature perspective. Might be colder on the surface. So mild and dry, I think you say, for Christmas Day. That's Boxing Day. Again, high pressure is in controlled weather in the ascendancy, sitting over and slightly to the east of the country, but still drawing up mild winds. And then looks like we're going to get to beyond Christmas, 27, 28, breaking the high pressure down, bringing low pressure back in off the Atlantic. So going back into mild and wet and windy weather again, but absolutely no side northern blocking whatsoever on this CFS to run. No high latitude blocking at all. Up to New Year's Eve, we're still looking mild and now we're turning a little bit wet and windy, really with low pressure in off the Atlantic. And that takes us to New Year's Day, first day of 2022. Again, it looks very mild, wet and windy with deep low pressure, stormy actually, south of Iceland, and we're drawing up those southwest winds yet again. Heading on to the first week of January, on and on it goes, just Atlantic driven continuously, really, are sometimes oscillating between high pressure and low pressure, but fundamentally very mild into January. And yeah, no sign of any cold weather whatsoever. We're at 20th of January now. I will not go any further than that. Right, let's move over to the extended GFS control run then, and see what that is showing. If you're enjoying this Christmas update, please smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for doing that. And drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Right, here we go then. So we're starting off again with the GFS extended control run, this time midnight extended control run, and we'll have a look. So this already looks more interesting, like the CFS, starting on the 10th of December, already looks more interesting. We have got some high pressure in over Scandinavia, got low pressure around Iceland, and we're in a rather cool northwesterly wind. Now, as we go from the 11th to 12th of December, that high pressure strengthens over Scandinavia. The low pressure dies southeastwards into Europe, so we're quite cool here, and you know, not all that far away from bringing in an easterly wind. Low pressure continued to try moving off the Atlantic on the 13th of December, coming up against this blocking area of high pressure over Scandinavia. Its progress is definitely being blocked. Now we're at the middle of December. Look at this, and we're beginning to turn the wind into the east. High pressure over Scandinavia is starting to take over the pattern. Winds are turning into the east. Have a look at the upper air temps. We've got a big cold pool sitting to our east. Will we pull that in on the extended GFS controller? Let's have a look. Here we go. Yes, we do. We're starting to pull in that cold easterly wind, courtesy of this 1045 millibar area of high pressure over Scandinavia on the 16th of December. Here comes the minus 10 cells isoform there on those easterly winds. How interesting is that? That's how we look on the 17th. Again, high pressure sitting over Scandinavia. Winds pulling in from the east. Look, those upper air temperatures are bitterly cold. And we will be bringing snow showers from the east as well. This GFS extended control room is very cold today. Low pressure beginning to develop around Denmark and northern Germany there on the 18th of December. Within that cold easy flow might just enhance the snow into more eastern areas. Again, looking at the upper air temperature, they are really bitterly cold, it has to be said. 19th of December, the high pressure is just beginning to recede a little bit back into western Russia, so the Atlantic might be about to start having a go. That could get interesting, running up towards Christmas. That's 20th of December. High pressure is still there over Scandinavia and western Russia, but has slipped back a little bit. Low pressure out west, we try to bring milder air in off the Atlantic, so a proper battle is going on at this point. At this point, we're still probably quite cold across much of the country, although the coldest of the upper air temperatures have sort of retreated away. Now, 21st of December, the high pressure of Scandinavia is staging a fight back. It's beginning to strengthen up to 1055 millibars. That's a really big area of high pressure now, and is starting to push back westwards. It's basically going to place us back in cold easterlies for Christmas. Let's see what happens. It's exciting, isn't it? This is 22nd of December. Again, low pressure coming up against that blocking area of high pressure. Proper battle going on. Upper air temperatures are still pretty cold, especially for more eastern areas, but mild air with that low pressure in the Atlantic is really struggling to get in. That's the 20th. But December again, battle is commencing between that high pressure over Scandinavia and low pressure out west. Winds have gone sort of southerly, but I think the air is still quite cold actually. The upper air temperature, they haven't really lifted up. So although the winds are in from the south, the origins of like east of south, you see what I mean. So still quite cold up to Christmas Eve. What's going to happen after that? This is Christmas Eve itself. I think now we're starting to push weather front in from the Atlantic. That will probably bring rain, sleet and snow as it comes in from the Atlantic. It is beginning to start pulling in some milder air from the west, or some less cold air from the west. That's Christmas Day, looking very messy. The high pressure doesn't go from Scandinavia, though. It weakens a little bit, but it's still there. That's so probably that'd be very foggy, I would have thought, quite cold, dank sort of weather on Christmas Day. Definitely a lot colder, though, than that CFS run that we started off with. Now, Boxing Day, the high pressure is re-strengthening once more. Winds are going back into the east, actually. So that's turning us, it's mainly dry and would be starting to get colder again. I think under that area of high pressure, the air would be drifting in from Scandinavia. -5 cells iceberg is pushing back in, actually, from the east. Then the high pressure sort of sitting around the country as we go between Christmas and New Year, bringing lots of dry but cold, frosty weather. That would be potentially very cold, actually, and frosty. And as we move up towards the New Year, still looking pretty cold. A lot of dry weather, but still within a cold air mass overall. Lots of frost, maybe lots of fog. As well on New Year's Eve and into New Year's Day. Just begin to get a little bit milder for Scotland, Northern Ireland with those southwesterly winds, but otherwise high pressure keeps most places dry and cold into the New Year. And the high pressure is going nowhere past. That's as far as we go to 2nd of January. That high pressure is going nowhere past, really, to the east, maintaining cold weather, certainly for England and Wales. Scotland, Northern Ireland, turning a little bit milder with southwest winds. But essentially, we're dry, we're cold, and winds are coming in from the east, and in fact, by like 2nd of January, that high pressure might be about to start strengthening over Scandinavia again. So quite a prolonged cold spell sets up here through December and lasting into January. Not all that much snow. There is a little bit of snow involved, particularly with those really cold upper air temperatures and easy winds just before Christmas. So yeah, very interesting from the GFS control room, making up the CFS letting the side down. Right, so quite an interesting Christmas update number 12. No change from the CFS. That is still well and truly wedded to mild weather, extending on and on for weeks and weeks. The GFS extended does look a lot more interesting, I have to say, from a cold perspective. So it depends which model you believe, I suppose. Which model you trust. Maybe they're both wrong and we'll finish up with something completely different that hasn't been shown. We shall see what update number 13 has to say. And we're going to do that for you on Wednesday. So, we're cracking on with the Christmas updates now. Right, webcam's been on throughout, okay. Right, so we shall be back very shortly with your 10 to 14 day video that will include all of our features. And don't forget, part 2 of the 13th and final Christmas winter update. I'm getting confused in my winter and Christmas updates. The 13th and final, part 2 of the 13th and final winter update will be coming up for you this evening at 6 p.m. It's going to be an epic watch, so make sure you check that out. For this week's Christmas update, or today's Christmas update, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.